So I was just gonna go through a quick run through of what this place is, what they've done, changes wise, and all that good stuff. So the house, for instance, it didn't used to have that part at all. It actually used to have a balcony up here, and then the architect dude didn't do it right, and it started to fall over, so they had to take it down. And then the sidewalk right here leading into the house right before the door, that wasn't there. They just recently did that. All these flower beds, my dad actually did those because he's a concrete contractor. He did those for my grandma, and they go on to that side, but my mom's car is in the way. They put these here. My dad didn't do these. They did those themselves. They put that overhead. It says Red Bell Ranch. It has a red bell. There used to be a tree right there. Where that windmill is, you can see the stump. We used to play in that garage all the time. It was kind of creepy. I don't know why, it just kind of was. On the other side of my mom's car, that part of the building right there wasn't there either. It just recently got put on with the screened-in porch and the balcony, which got taken off. That we used to play on all the time. That is the cellar, the storm cellar. I remember we had to get in there one time because there were like 5 tornadoes around this place. There's the shed. All the cats hang out in there. I don't know. You go in here and see the cats. All the cool cats hang out in here. They're just kind of chilling. Hey, kitty.
Red's excited.
And there's my little brother's dog, Scraps. This is Johnny's dog. Red. 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 He's a good puppy. And then the drying lines, or whatever you want to call them, that Grandma used to always hang the clothes on. I believe that's a propane tank, but I'm not sure. We'll just call it a propane tank. And then here's a bunch of old stuff that they've had forever. And then on the other side of that truck, on the other side of that hill, there's like a whole bunch of old tractors and stuff. It's kind of cool. Hay bales. My brothers love to play on the hay bales. They'll play on those all day long. I don't know why they're not on them right now. They were a second ago. Some more hay bales. Concrete mixer, I have no idea why that's there. This giant barn. I don't know how long they've had this. My grandpa's lived here for 53 years. And I don't know if this is new, old. It's been here ever since I've been here, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. And then up over that hill, behind the hay bales and behind the tree, kind of get a better look at it over here. Up over that hill, my grandpa put a deer blind and a deer feeder. So that's where Talon killed his deer. This truck, Grandpa's had this truck forever. And his business is fence building. He builds fences, and that's for all the corner posts and stuff, for welding corner posts. He's got red diesel because he does bulldozer work too for friends and family. And there's my horse, Dylan. He recently had back problems, right, Dylan? He had back problems, so we bring him out here we kind of retired him. This is his retirement home. We used to work cattle. We still do work cattle in the chutes all the time. Chicken coop. Yep, that's where all the chickens are kept. You can go in here and see the chickens. And that's where Grandma gets all her eggs. And the chickens. Chickens. There's a couple chickens right there. There's where all the eggs go. And then they can go through a door over there. And they're out in this like fenced in area. It's like the little outdoor playground type, I don't know. And then there's this old abandoned milk house, which is really kind of weird. It scared me. My grandma was telling me of a story the other day of whenever I was really small. It was so creepy over here, one of the windows creaked and I started yelling witch and I ran all the way to the house. So I thought there was a witch after me. It's pretty funny. My grandma turned like half of it into a little hatching pen. They hatch little chickens in here. There's where we hung up the deer, Talon's deer, earlier today. I hung up my deer last year right here. My grandpa and grandma they don't like to spend money that much. So they make their own stuff. Like this is a slide. Come around here so you can see the slide. My grandpa made this. I don't remember what he made it out of, but yeah, he made a slide. It's pretty cool. They actually bought the trampoline. I'm not gonna lie. They didn't make this. That'd be pretty cool. And then I used to rope that little dummy head all the time. I made kind of a little brick path through. It's kind of cool. There used to be a little house right here, like a little building. And then they sold it to the Winoka history deal. They have an old part of Winoka, old buildings from Winoka's past and stuff, and they bought that from Grandma and Grandpa. And then this Grandpa made also. It's a teeter-totter. Well, actually, me and I don't know, I think he's my uncle, I'm not sure. Anyway, we actually broke this. He was about right there, and I was about up there. And yeah, it was pretty bad. It broke right off sideways. Psht. I fell like 4 feet. It was pretty bad. And then a bird feeder. This is how creative they are. They get milk jugs and make bird feeders. So yeah. There's one hanging up over here a minute ago. I don't know where it went. But yeah, that's pretty much the house. That's the place. They got plenty of land and lots of land and cattle down that road. Over that way is where we went to go feed the cattle. They own all that land way over there. They own it for a long way. And then my grandpa I said he did bulldozer work. He actually made a whole bunch of ponds. They have a whole bunch of canyons back there in that back part of the property. And he actually made ponds back there. And it's actually kind of cool. I would go take you and show you, but you know, I don't have a lot of time. We're gonna leave here in a little bit. So, well, that's it.